So the story of Korach is a story of rebellion against Moses and Aaron, who were the leaders and had been given that position essentially by Adonai, right? But they'd also been told that they were a community of holy people. You should be holy because I, the Lord your God, am holy, right? We say that throughout high holiday services. And the Torah reading. So what happens is Korach, who's from another branch of the family, figures that he can do the job as well. And it's not that he questions Moses' leadership. There's nothing wrong with questioning in Judaism. We pride ourselves on asking good questions and advancing in that way. But it's the motivation behind it. So if the motivation is, as Korach's was, just to grab power or fame or fortune, that's different than questioning something to enhance the people and to enhance life and to make things better. So the story that I've brought for you today is called Which Was the Truly Pious? It's a folk tale from Eastern Europe, and it's in a book called Rachel the Clever and Other Jewish Folk Tales. Once, or so the tale is told, 3 men happened to die at the same time, and their souls went up to heaven. As they approached the wonderful golden gates of heaven, however, they were stopped by the recording angel. He was very tall and very thin, and dressed all in spotless white robes. His face looked as though it had never smiled. In his arms he held a huge book in which was written down everything the 3 souls had done while they were alive. "Approach," he told the 3 souls. "Tell me who you were in life. Then tell me why you should be allowed to enter heaven." The first soul stepped forward. "I was a rabbi," he said. "Night and day I proved how much I knew of the law. Night and day I studied only the holy word, and so I deserve a place in heaven." The soul started toward the gates, but the recording angel stopped him. "Not so fast. First, we must look into the reason behind all your studying. We must learn whether you were studying for honor or just for wealth." The second soul stepped forward. "I was a pious man in life," he said. "I fasted all the time. I observed every religious obligation every day of my life, and so I deserve a place in heaven." And the soul started towards the gates, but the recording angel stopped him. "Not so fast. First, we must look into the reason behind all your piety. We must learn whether you were being pious for the sake of holiness or just out of self-pride." The third soul had been hiding shyly behind the other 2. Now he came meekly forward, bowed his head before the recording angel. "I wasn't a rabbi, or anything as wonderful as that. I tried to keep all the holy days, but, well, I didn't always have the time. You see, I was only an innkeeper when I was alive." "And what did you do while you were an innkeeper?" the recording angel asked. The soul thought for a long, long time. Finally, he said humbly, "My door was always open to those in need." The stern face of the recording angel burst into a smile. He stepped aside as the gates of heaven swung open. "Enter," he said. "We need no further study here." The motivation. that has you asking those questions. Or doing something. That's what's important. That's the takeaway. So we want to do Mishaberach, blessings of healing. Sorry for the interruption. I had to find my capo. So if you have names, please either put them into the chat or say them out loud now. Hold them in your head, hold them in your heart. Misha Barach Avotenu Makor Abracha Imotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishaberach Imotenu Makor Abracha Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. So send those good healing thoughts out into our city, our state, our country, around the world, and gather them and send them up to heaven. We continue with the Aleinu on page 39. We rise as we are able. Aleinu l'shabeach la'adon hakol, latet gedula le'yotze bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu kurim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamalachim hakadosh baruch hu shehu noteh shamayim v'yosed haaretz u'Moshe ikaro b'shamayim mima'al u'shchinatu zo begov hemeromim hu Eloheinu ein od emet malkeinu efesulato kakatuv b'torato v'yadata hayom v'hashevot elevavacha ki Adonai hu Elohim b'shamayim mima'al ve'al haaretz mitachat ein od. Page 43. Kakatuv b'torah Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed v'nemar v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'aretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shemo echad. Please be seated. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who have died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own, Zikronam Livracha. May their memories be for a blessing. At Shalom Park, we are remembering in the coming week Rita Eisenthal, Isidore Weinstock, Joseph Dworkin, Goldie Lieberman, Ethel Friedholm, Miriam Kronick, Sylvia Bodanis, Evelyn Shaner, Laverne Kirsch, Abram Lifshitz, Cleopatra Sales, Norman Wedgel, Selma Feingold, Elizabeth Durr, Betty Chetchit, Joseph Girzak, Claire Shapiro, Molly Kahn, Alanka Fisher, Ruby Morgan, Dolis White, Frida Stokes, Henry Henning, Lauren Bowles, Dorothy Coldwell, Charlotte Zahler, Janalee Hennessy, Shirley Greenberg, and Jolene Weiss. If you have names, please say them out loud or put them in the chat. If you are in the first week, Shiva, the first 30 days, Shloshim, or the first year, Shana, please rise. If it is your custom to say Kaddish for those who have no one to say it for them, please rise. And join us in saying Kaddish. Page 45. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah. Ba'alma di v'ra chirute v'yamlich malchute. B'chayechon v'yomechon uv'chaye d'chol Beit Yisrael. Ba'agalal v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehe Shmei Rabbah mevarach ba'olam u'almei almaya. Yit barach v'yishtabach v'yit pa'ar v'yit romam v'yit naseh. V'yit hadar v'yit ala v'yit halal. Shmeid kudsha b'richu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Da'amiran be'alma v'yamaru. Amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shmaya. V'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'yamaru. Amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'al kol Yisrael. V'al kol yoshvei tevel v'yamaru. Amen. Please be seated. We pause to light candles and say Kiddush and Motzi. And then again, maybe not. Aha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Shabbat. Kiddush, you'll find in the last page of your booklets. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho v'ahavav ratzon hinhilanu, zikaron l'maaseh v'reshit. Ki hu yom tehillah l'mikrah kodesh, zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim. Ki banu v'charta ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha ba'ahava uv'ratzon hinchaltanu. Baruch atah Adonai Mikadesh HaShabbat. Amen l'chaim. And Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. And we finish with Shalom Aleichem on page 48. May you see the blessing in all your days, notice beauty and sweetness, and be amazed. May you love without bound, ever feel God surround. May you mend and tend, may you learn without end. May you see the blessing, may you seize the blessing. May you be a blessing all of your days. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharei, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Boahem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Barhuni L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Zeitchem L'Shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Have a beautiful Shabbat, a wonderful week, and I'll see you next Friday night for Kabbalat Shabbat.